Yo, yo, yo. How's everyone doing? How's the audio? Let's go. Everything good? Jake, on the audio, video? Let's go. Hell yeah. Okay, let me just mute my... I'll just pause it. Okay, let me just mute my... Okay. Hell yeah. First solo stream. Got the nervous jitters out the way yesterday and I'm ready. I'm ready. I think, let's see. Let's go. Let's get... Okay, let's get right into it. So going into the morning, I'm still short biased. We took out highs on, if we go on ES, again, predominantly I'm an ICT trader and I use just trend as a way to determine my overall bias. What I'm noticing is on ES, we took out the swing highs on the daily, right? The swing high we took out, and I'm anticipating some sort of retracement back into the range. So looking something like this, right? That's all I'm looking to catch, a retracement back into the range. Let's see. Okay, yeah, audio's good. Retracement back into the range. But I'm not, again, same thing as yesterday. I'm not oblivious to the fact that we're continuing the uptrend. We're creating higher highs and higher lows. And I mean, look at the daily. The daily itself is, I'm more and more convinced that I'm going to lose that bet with Jake of us seeing all-time highs by the end of the week, or by the end of next week. But I still want to see a pullback, even if it's not a deep retracement on the daily. I do want to see some sort of pullback on the 4-hour and on the 1-hour, of course. On ES, let's see if we're still getting the same. Yes, so on ES, if we go on the 4-hour, let's see. Yeah, on the 4-hour, we just closed we just opened the 11 a.m. candle. So I'm looking for some sort of retracement, again, back into the range. I use premium and discount pretty often, which, yeah, it's extended as hell. My YouTube keeps refreshing. Is everything's fine on the video? Okay, no problem. Okay, let's go. What's up, Oscar? You're good, wrong. All right, thank you. I keep checking the chat in the video, but okay. So yeah, just looking for a retracement back into the range. And I use, like I mentioned yesterday, I use the fib quite often to look for premium and discount of the range. So if we retrace, I would want us to see, I want to see a retracement back into discount or below 50% of the range to then see a continuation to the upside. If I miss the down move, right, which is just simply this down move, I'm okay with missing it because I'm going against the trend, right? I would much rather catch this potential higher low back into high of day and just continue the trend, right? We're clearly uptrending. But being that I'm on the screens, I would want to see us retrace back into the range. The easy target would be the swing low that we have created here. And we created divergence with ES at the highs, right? All that is that ES took out the highs and NQ didn't. So that just shows that there's lack of eagerness to continue to the upside, right? And yeah, price is fractal. So we have created a potential higher low and then another potential lower high. So we're essentially in the range, right? Really, ES took out the highs, NQ didn't. We're inside this bearish fair value gap on the 15-minute. Let's see. Bearish fair value gap on the 15-minute. And again, price is fractal. So what I would want to do is go break even once we get to discount of this range, targeting these swing lows, right? That's scenario one, right? Clearly that's not happening, or what's in front of us. I'm just trading what's in front of us. So if we continue to the upside, we have upside targets as well, which is the 4-hour gap fill. So all that is if we scoot over to the left, right, we have the swing highs on NQ, and then we have this fair value gap here, right? The gap fill, I noticed that tends to get filled pretty often if we're trading inside the fair value gap. So that's the target, and then the swing high. So I'm open to both, right? Again, I'm a reactionary trader, like mostly everyone, right? I'm just looking at price and seeing what we get, and figured I'd open with exactly, I guess, a game plan. I'm looking at playing both sides. Clearly, we're bullish. I mean, look at this. Clearly, we're bullish. Like we were explaining yesterday, last week kind of took out all this month's worth of action, and that just, you shouldn't really be shorting or holding shorts for a prolonged period of time, right? You shouldn't be swinging shorts. You should be looking for long entries and just continuation plays in general. And me, myself, I haven't capitalized much on this move this week. Monday, I caught a small short. Yesterday, I took no trades. With this whole Project 365 start, I've been a little bit off screens. This morning, again, I was short biased in the morning. Nothing happened. We displaced up, missed it. So yeah, now looking, again, open up playing both sides and just waiting for a more of a confirmation, right? Let's see. As soon as we break past the high, I guess the short bias will get invalidated. But so long we hold this bearish gap on the 15-minute is when I would continue holding my bear bias, right? So on the 5-minute, let's see what we're doing on the 5-minute. We're holding that gap here in premium of the range. Let's see where ES just took out a swing high as well. Let's see. I'm reading chat now. Show Lomeli some love. Yeah, you take any trades this morning, brother? No trades this morning. Use IFEGs. I do, but I don't really necessarily enter off of them. I use them in conjunction, or actually, I take that back. I do use them on the 1-minute. For the 1-minute entries, I like to either essentially a market structure shift entry on the 1-minute or inverse fair value gap. So yeah, I do use them. You got those 5 right. Yeah, I think it's looking bad, honestly, for that bet. I was gonna text him earlier, let's up the bet, but no, not after that rally. What's up? How you doing, Chad? What up? Bro, Jake, let's up that bet. We have to. I'm still confident on downside. How you feel about longing gold? Gold, I don't really look. Let's see. Longing gold, huh? We're currently in of course, a daily uptrend, but look at the weekly. I mean, the weekly has got a market structure shift. We failed to go below that swing point, and we're holding inside this bearish fair value gap. So on the weekly chart, we are essentially, we failed to go lower, right? But the daily is uptrending. The 4-hour is uptrending. So we're currently uptrending. What I would wait on gold, honestly, quite honestly, is wait for some sort of confirmation and market structure shift on the daily to then continue lower, something like this. But let's see the monthly real quick. Yeah, the monthly is looking extremely strong. Yeah, it's looking like the monthly just got a pullback to then continue higher. The weekly, I mean, hence the failure to go lower on the weekly. So yeah, as soon as we, I guess, inverse that bearish fair value gap, I would look for something like don't, something like that, I guess, but not necessarily quite long just yet. Let's go back to this. Okay, I gotta try to nap. I love you. All right, Jake, I'll see you later. Such a bullish uptrend. I'm not sitting right above all EMAs, but can't keep cut. I'm not necessarily bearish. Like I said, I'm more looking, aware of how price moves, and price is never straight up and down, right? Price is never, let's see. Price is never like this, right? Price is like this, right? So all I'm looking to catch is a small piece of this, given where we are right now, right? And like I mentioned earlier, this is all I'm looking to catch. That move is kind of what I'm looking to catch here. If we get an entry opportunity. Right now, it's not looking too good, I would say. But to answer your question, I'm more bullish, but I'd be open to taking that short. The better trade idea would be if we, I guess, displace past the highs and then get some sort of entry model up here and then continue higher. That would be, of course, yeah, I'm bullish on I agree with you. I'm bullish. We're completely uptrending. Are you going short today, brother? Be ready. Yeah. I'm open to both. But as of now, I'm staying cash, staying on the sidelines. Nothing's really interesting. What's up? Right, guy. 50. Yeah, Jake, if you're still in here, let's up it to 50, bro. I think that's a solid number. 50 and 2 accounts. What up, gang? Rate trades gang. What up, brother? Let's go. How many trades are you taking a week? So as far as the trade quantity that I take during the weeks, it differs. Some weeks are about 5 total. So like one trade, and it's been higher now that I've been trading both AM and PM. I noticed that I've averaged about 10 to 15 trades a week, which is, it averages out to like 2 to 3 trades a day. That's like maybe 1 AM and 2 PM. But on average, I think per session, I average about 1 to 2 trades per day. So if I were just trading AM session, I'd say an average of like 5 to 8 trades a week. I don't. So I saw a question: how do you use rake trades, rake system with fair value gaps? I don't. So with rake, what I mainly learned was how candles work. So for example, before I even hopped on stream, this is what the chart was looking like. Before I hopped on stream, this is what the candle was looking like. Let's see. It was looking like this, like a complete bearish candle. So all this is saying is that buyers at that opening of that 15-minute candle pushed it up, and somewhere within that candle, sellers stepped in stronger than buyers. So what this is showing us is that sellers were in a way more aggressive than buyers. And this is all this is if we break past that candle's low, it is now a sell setup within like rake system, right? So it's generally the same thing. I'm still looking at candle closures and opens. A free game here is like, I remember within this candle, it was, let's see, what candle? So let's see. Say this candle was a little bit lower, right? And for whatever reason, this was, let's see. Basically, what I'm trying to get at is if the candle closes at say it opens at 10 a.m., right? Candle closes at 10 a.m. We trade higher, and there's 15 minutes within that candle. If in 5 minutes we push high and then completely go below the opening print of that 15-minute candle, that just shows that it goes to show that we left the wick on the upper end, and the remaining of those whatever 15-minute closure that will be on that certain candle will continue lower. So if my bias is already short, I'm looking at candle formations as a way to confirm my entry, if that makes sense. But that alongside potential higher highs and potential lower lows for a downtrend is kind of how I use rake system. Kind of like what we were walking you guys through yesterday, like a potential higher low entry is what I was looking at in stream. But quite honestly, I can't really multitask, which is like holding a conversation with somebody else and execute. So my hand was on the trigger, but I was like, no, let me just actually, chat it up with Rake or Jake. Let's see. Sorry, I gotta catch up with the comments. Healthy market is like that. Several days have not been way on the daily. Let me exit. target the highs. I used to trade low, now ICT liquidity. Yo, can you look at oil? Hey, we can look at oil. Fun fact, I started trading oil back in like 2020. Let's see, 4 hour, weekly. Remove. So we're downtrending on the daily. We got a market structure shift on the daily, 4 hour. Yeah, I wouldn't be longing this. I'm more bearish than bullish on oil for now. The weekly is clearly just having a pullback, but we just took out these lows. We took out these lows and we're seeming to hold today's candle. So the reaction that we get off of that, we can see something. I would anticipate something back into the range and then make another decision there. Do we want to keep going down or up? But based off of the information I see now, is I would anticipate if we close like this, you know, a trade back into the range of this daily last 3 days essentially. Thanks, brother. Hope you're doing good as well. You're a legend fan. Johnny, what's up, brother? Pretty disciplined if that's the case. Welcome, everybody. Let's go. Let's get the likes up. Yeah, everybody drop a like, man. Let's push this Rake Trades network. As of right now, are you interested in? As of right now, are you interested in? I'm assuming you're asking if I'm interested in taking anything. Here, let's reanalyze. So even in the morning, honestly, I'm very, what's the word? I'm constantly analyzing the market. So the markets are changing moment by moment. So what I would do before is like set a game plan and then I would go on my phone and then boom, I would miss a trade setup, right? So now what I do is I try to leave my phone out in the morning when I'm trading and really just analyze the market. Like, what are we doing, right? Currently, let's go through it again. The 4 hour, again, just open. We took out a high, right? Or we're about to take out the high of day. So wouldn't be interested in taking any longs here necessarily. I would want us to trade a little bit higher to then catch some sort of potential higher low back into high of day essentially. And ES seems to be the leading the leading asset here. Let's see. So we took out those highs. So the next target on ES would be those swing highs, which honestly, it's looking like we're gonna hit. Sadly, I'm gonna lose that bet with Jake. Yeah, all we did was tap into the last down candle for the up move, which is that candle. We tapped into that fair value gap, right? So everything's bullish from here, right? Where is it at? How's the 5 minute looking? So, yep, everything's bullish. So my short bias would get invalidated and literally just looking for longs at this point. Some sort of, so it's 11:16. I would wait till about 11:30 to see how the next 15 minute closes. If we leave a fair value gap open, which is kind of how we are now, I'd be looking to trade off of that essentially back to high of day. And my trades are I wait for the 5 minute and 15 minute to align, but the 1 minute is where I execute my entries based off of inverse fair value gaps, what ICT calls a change in state of delivery, which all it is fancy terms for a market structure shift on the 1 minute or a inverse fair value gap on the 1 minute. So that's essentially what I am looking for right now. Wrong. Twist my arm, Oscar. I'll make a copy. And Q should have retracement soon. We'll see. My trade volume is really, really low. Like I said, it's about 1 trade a session. And there's weeks where I only take 3 trades a week. And that's just how I trade. I'm more selective on my setups. What's up, my guy? Rain here. Stoked to have you on here. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the love and support. It's crazy. Yesterday, I was telling Jake, I got over 30 DMs, either asking for the pre-market routine or just showing love. And man, it's genuinely, I feel genuinely blessed to be on here. It's amazing. So thank you for being very welcoming. Wrong, you're dropping the thirst photos. I did a long on gold, my desperate scalper, yeah. AM today, no. Again, this week has been, someone asked if I took anything AM. I did not. And typically this is the least amount of trades that I've taken in probably the last year, honestly, this whole week. I've taken one, which was a little bit under 1R on the day. So on the week, I'm up about 1R, which is nothing, right? So yeah, yesterday I missed a 5R trade on stream, which we called out literally. And I was looking back at it, I'm like, man, I should have taken it. But at the same time, I'm glad I didn't, because I micromanage my trade, meaning I want to go break even as soon as possible. And it's hard to do that while holding a conversation, right? Given I do trade on the 1 minute. What's the bias coming into the morning? The bias again was I was short bias, crazy, I know. But again, I was short bias, but willing to take longs. And again, I haven't really stayed a long, or as long as I would on stream or on my charts in the morning. I probably stay a max of like an hour 15, hour 30, just because I mentally, at least the first week, want to prepare and be fully present for this stream, right? Which is the PM session. But going into the morning, this is what charts were looking like here. And similar thing. And this, guys, this isn't, before I say that, this isn't really normal price action we're having. This is price action looks like this. We're going to go through ups, downs, and this is the last couple of days, right? This isn't normal. This isn't, that's why I also believe my trade volume has been low. Like this morning, I didn't take anything just because of this sort of action. Typically, if you scroll back on the daily on NQ, that sort of action comes once in a while, right? And after it does, what typically leads is a period of consolidation or a sharp reversal. So yeah, just honestly being more of an observer these last couple of days, but yeah, that's why I was essentially, I just want to catch a small piece of the reversal, then, you know, call it a day for me in the morning. So pumped for you. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Gang. Oscar, man, I saw you hearing yesterday, bro. Love. Yep, that's what I said. Discipline, pretty selective. Yeah, yeah. I think being selective as a retail trader is our edge. Like being able to sit out when we want. I forgot what book it was. I think it was Trade Mindfully. The real edge as a retail trader is being able to pick when you put on risk, right? These big hedge fund traders, these big proprietary traders, they have to put on risk every day because that's their job, that's their livelihood. Us as retail traders, we can take one trade a week if we wanted to, right? That's our edge. We can be selective and wait for everything to align. And I think that's what most retail traders are missing, essentially. Just take less of the bad trades and watch how your P&L just improves. What's up, Lomeli? I've been more selective with my trade choices last 3 weeks. I've been serving me well, just mentally targeting top 1 to 3 opportunities of the day. And if I don't see anything, no trade. Bro, literally take 1 trade a day, journal that trade, the best trade of the day. And if you don't see that, just come back tomorrow and take that best trade of that day. At the end of the month, at the end of the 20 trading days, watch how different your trading, just overall P&L results change. It's like Ray talks about this, like just being overall selective, essentially, is what, because most of the issue doesn't come from the good trades that you take. It comes from the bad trades that you are just bored, right? Your brain is we have monkey brains. Our brains just wants to be doing things, and sitting on a desk for 2 hours and not doing a single thing mentally is not really, it's not easy, right? And now when money is involved and emotions are involved, that's when it's, tilt happens, and people don't even realize that it's really tilt that they're experiencing. -5. Oh man, Jake. No, we up to the 50, Jake. Oh yeah, Oscar. Well said, bro. Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's a lot of mental work that comes with trading, and I've realized that over the years. What really helps are books, psychology books for me. They really help you understand your mind and really um, peel back the onion and really get to the root cause of why you're doing certain decisions and why you're in that same cycle over and over again. Dropping some heat, Jake. Less is more. Less is more. It's like the overall focus shouldn't be to take 100 trades a week, right, and make more money. It's counterintuitive because you want to scale the good trades, and all that really is instead of risking $100 per trade, say you take one trade a day, risking $100 to make $200. All you have to do is 10x that size, right? By 10 the amount, 10 more of, or just have 10 more accounts essentially, and you're making a lot more money than taking 10 trades a day and being at the same, same results, just more mental capital, more effort, and just more opportunity to go on tilt. Yo, Christian. Yeah, Christian, after listening to you yesterday, I was aligned with your trading style, and I'm super excited you're here. Swing highs and lows, ICT, higher confirmation. Yeah, bro, again, thank you, brother. Thank you, Kenny. It's again, it's a blessing being on here, and I'm freaking excited. And I'm excited to just answer questions and see how I can help. And whenever I see a trade setup present itself, I'll be like, all right, guys, time to lock in and press on something. But for now, I'm not really, again, interested in anything. And yeah, trading is really simple, but we make it super, super difficult. Yeah, I guess we have time for this one. Peter, what would you say is your trading style? What's your typical setup? I wasn't here yesterday. Um, the streams are saved, but given that we have some time, I'll walk you through it. I think it was right here. Literally, to not make it too complicated, yesterday we were sitting at this 1 hour fair value gap. 15-minute, we took out swing lows, right? Took out swing lows on the 15-minute. On the 5-minute, right? I use the fib quite often. We retrace to 50% of this down move. Then after that, we retrace to 50% of this move, right? So price action is fractal. What will happen on the daily will happen on the 1 minute. You just have to understand that and be patient enough for things to line up. Once that happened, I use fair value gaps and order blocks, right? So the last down candle, I typically mark down the equilibrium of the range, which I just marked out the body's high and low. I wouldn't want price, if price wants to go higher, I wouldn't want price to go below that last down candle before the up move, right? So that aligns with like 50%, right? Discount of the range. And on stream, I set up my risk to reward tool as Jake was. I have this bad habit of calling you Rake. And Jake was asking me questions. I set the risk to reward tool. I said, I'll go break even once we tap into this 5-minute bearish gap. BE. Why? Because if we tap back into that range and come back down, I wouldn't want to be a part of that. I want price to displace higher. And this was all PM session yesterday, by the way. We displaced higher, boom, break even, and target the highs, which we took out shortly after. But this is essentially what I trade. And the entry trigger was essentially a 1 minute market structure shift, which was a change in state of delivery. So that last up candle, right? Once we broke over that, that was the entry. So yeah, that's typically literally what I look for every single day. Let's delete all that and go back to present time. Well, okay, answer that one. Being selective is key. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, I'm anxious to pass this account. That's when I force trades, bro. If you know what you're anxious over, then fix the issue. Like if you're anxious over passing the trade, just mentally come into the day telling yourself, I don't have to pass anything today. Today's objective is just to trade well. If you can get yourself in that mindset, because it's all about expectations. It's like if I take a trade right now, right, and I expect to win, and I don't, my mind is gonna go on tilt. I'm gonna be like, oh, I need to quickly make that back. So what am I gonna do? Start spamming short, long. So I think out of this whole stream, I think mentally, a psychology tip that I would leave you guys with is expect that anything can happen. So as soon as you put on the trade, expect it to lose. Expect it to hit your stop loss. And if it plays out, then good, you got a winner, right? But expect that anything can happen, right? By anything, I mean, it could stop you out by a tick and continue going higher. Like today, Jake on stream, I was peeping it here and there. He got stopped out by a tick. It moved higher. And I don't know if he re-entered or anything, but the premise of that is he was okay with taking that loss no matter how it came. It's different. It can happen in ample ways. Like it can stop you out and go against you and you were just wrong on bias. That's another way. So expect that it's not only the loss that you need to accept, but what happens after, right? Because that mentally messes you up for the following trades. Because you're like, oh, I was right, but my stop was wrong. Man, look at this move. Look at this banger. Had I just had my stop a tick lower. So expect that anything can happen and all you can really control is your risk. And if risk means taking you out of the position, then readjust, step away, go do whatever you got to do, come back later, review, be like, okay, was that a good trade? Yes or no? Was I mentally aligned with my overall bias? Yes or no? And if everything is okay, then that's okay. That's probabilities for you. That's how the market works. No one's going to have a 100% hit rate. So I would say that is would help me a lot. Jake likes free money. I don't know, man. I think it's tough because I think when we do pull back, you said around the all-time high. So I think when we do pull back, we'll pull back. I wouldn't say aggressively, but we'll hold. So that's why I'm pretty confident, man. What books do you recommend, man? I think there's a handful of books, but the books I always recommend are three: The Power of the Subconscious Mind, right? The Almanac of Naval Ravikant, which is an amazing book, and The One Thing. The One Thing is it really made me realize how majority of your efforts don't really matter. It's only a small percentage of what you put out that really moves the needle. So I'd say those three are good starting books. As far as trading books go, a really underrated one is Trade. I'm looking at it right now. It's called Trade Mindfully. It's really long, but it's really good. And the main thing I got from that book was that trading aside, right? Stress stress isn't necessarily bad, but it's the perception you have on stress. If you think that stressful times are debilitating, they're holding you back, they're like making you anxious, or they're making you stay in one spot. It's not that stress alone, but it's how you're perceiving it, right? Two people can perceive it in different ways. One, it can push them to be better, and that pressure actually builds them into, for example, in this example, like into a better trader. Whereas the other ones might just not review, kind of avoid hard work and So yeah, that's kind of what I got from that one, but that's a good trading book. What else? Sway, I think it's called the irrational move of irrational behavior, something like that. It's called Sway, SWAY. That one's good. That one, non-trading but more psychology related, and it talks about how it's us as humans can only make a limited amount of decisions, and the less is more, right? I think the human mind only has can only handle 5 certain decisions at one time. So I kind of relate it back to trading. It's like, okay, simplify your trading, no more than 5 confluences, because anything more, I start kind of overthinking and it kind of contradicts edge, right? So yeah, I could keep talking about books, but let's see. Exactly, bro. Oscar, the market will always be here. It's not going nowhere. Get those likes up, guys. Let's push this channel. Again, I'm just yapping right now because I'm not liking anything. And typically, if I was here alone on my room, I'd have a YouTube video open or on my phone just scrolling, but nothing yet. Let's see. Yeah, nothing yet. Looks like you got a nice setup. Is that like soundproof? No, it's not soundproof, but I do have a really, really good mic that Jake sent me. So I think that's what it is. Yeah. Hope everyone. Especially. Let me see. I'm losing these questions here. Let's see. Best Loser Wins. That one's an amazing book as well. It's main thing I got from that was just do the complete opposite of what retail traders do and you'll make money. Pressure builds diamonds, baby. Hell yeah, wrong. Or or degenerates both work. You know, it's crazy. Degenerates are the ones that typically come out on top, which is crazy. First thing that popped in my mind, I don't know why, it was Togi. It's like that delusional optimism, bro. I recommend Power of One More. We are one trade away from changing our lives. That applies to everything in life, though. We are one concept, one rep, one phone call, one stream away. Bro, exactly, exactly. That's like I need to get into that book, The Power of One More. Can you speak on taking a break and coming back? I think one thing I learned over the years was that taking breaks, although it feels good in the moment because you're away from screens, isn't what is going to move the needle. Like take a day or two. I think more than a week is long, but take a couple days, right? That's needed, of course, like anything. But come back and really press on the review. Like why is it that you're feeling certain ways when you're trading? Um, but I think really digging deeper on the review aspect of things is what one should do during those stages. How we going? Thank you, brother. Trade like snipe. Yeah, we're going to. NQ broke that high. Yeah, just waiting for now. Not really. We'll see if we get anything right now, but I'll break it down again. Trying to get through these questions. Crazy what believing in yourself can do if it's delusional. Bro, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I think the older I get, the more I realize how you have to be delusional, slightly kind of delusional. It's not, but it has to be strategic, right? You can't just say I'm gonna be an NBA player and not train. So you have to be strategic in how you approach that delusional optimism, right? So if there's some sort of alignment in both aspects, I think that's the perfect formula. I don't think you can't want to be something and not put the work in. Trend will forever be my favorite degenerate. I don't know who Trend is. The Kanye method. That's slightly tilting to one side though. One trade away. What do you do to stay in your trade till your level? Because I was in the bounce with a great entry and got out before my targets. Just simply just backtesting and journaling, honestly. Seeing it time and time again, I'm like, okay, honestly, backtesting is really, I think, underrated. I think most people would benefit from just looking at screens for multiple hours a day. And even if you don't know what you're doing, just seeing what happens and testing some sort of theory. And I got that from Jake, right? The first thing I asked him when I first met him was, how can I get better? And his answer was, again, print out papers of a 5-minute chart and just draw out what happens to every bar by bar action. And he's done videos like this before. And I think I took that, but I tried printing them out at first, and I was like, I like seeing it on the screen. So I started backtesting for hours and hours. We all have it to be built. We have to be a bit delusional to be traders. I think so. Honestly, I think so. If people don't think you're crazy, you don't want it bad enough. I agree, bro. Honestly, wholeheartedly. No one is my fan. No one in my family can relate, and no one will, bro. Honestly, until actions speak. Once actions start. Once the proof is in the pudding, there's no denying. The trend is your friend, absolutely. Stare at charts for 8. I don't think you don't necessarily have to stare at them for that long, but it is beneficial, I think. My risk per trade, or is it dynamic? Yes, I think it is dynamic, but for me, I just want to mitigate risk and put risk off the table as soon as I can. So if I anticipate that price shouldn't come back to my entry point once a certain level breaks, then I will move it to break even. And for me, it's typically pretty. It depends on where we are on the chart and on the scenario, but I either set my stop and take profit and forget about it until one of them hits, or most of the times I would essentially have a area where my trade would get invalidated, right? And then I would move my stop to break even. So I guess it is dynamic, a little bit of both. 15 and the 5 need to align entries on the 1. Yes, exactly. 15 and the 1 need to align, and then the 1 is just for, I guess, for timing. You prefer the 1 minute for entries compared to the 2? Yeah, I don't use the 2 minute. I just use the 1 minute. I think honestly, these time frames up here are I don't really use them all. The only ones I really do use are 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute. And then once the entry's getting close, boom. All I'm looking for is the 1 minute. What up, Mikey? Mikey Trades. What up, fam? You prefer the 1? I'll answer that. I saw some posts today on IG, tops of release. I was like 3% trader. Yeah, I think, bro, Rye guy, the fly guy, I think those stats are a little bit misleading. Kind of like and Umar talks about this quite often when he was posting consistently, which was if those stats were, for example, if you were to become a doctor and they just threw you in surgery, right? That failure rate would be just as high as these top step statistics. So if not higher, probably. So I think those are misleading because a lot of people treat it as gambling, right? They don't treat it as an actual legitimate career that essentially could change your life. So I think it's how you approach it. You have to be professional about it. You have to approach it in a professional manner. And also, that's not to discourage anyone, because I would listen to Mike Billafury, right, from S&B Capital, and he would always preach repetitions, like doing things over and over and over again. And it was a little bit discouraging because I didn't want to be looking at charts all day, but I do think there needs to be some sort of strategic approach to how you get through the learning curve, right? You can't just be trying XYZ and then trying ABC, and so it has to be somewhat strategic. Why don't you use volume? Volume, man, I can't remember last time I used volume. I just use straight up candlesticks, bar by bar analysis, trend, highs and lows, fair value gaps, order blocks, and Fibonacci, honestly, the equilibrium of the range. Thanks, Oscar. Let's try to see if we can get it to 100 likes. We'll drop. I don't even know how to check that, but get the money. Think of something like the NFL. Exactly, bro. Yep, literally. Screen time. So many people spend their entire lives to make it. They'll go D1 in college and never reach the NFL. And those that do, it's an even slimmer chance to play. Exactly. Happy to join as soon as you guys started this. You trade how I've been learning. Come back because I had more success. Yeah, and it's the same thing I was talking about yesterday is like use Jake as a he's amazing with simplifying things down. Use him as an example. Take all of his psychology tips. Take all his levels are amazing. Take the best and leave the rest. Whatever you resonate with, take, right? Whatever's working for you, keep applying that. And I think that everyone, I mean, Ron can speak to this too. It's everyone will, again, I'll say the same thing I said yesterday, which was what I learned from Ron was take the best from Jake and just leave the rest, essentially. And I think everyone should do that. Don't try to emulate somebody. Try to take whatever it's tough because you have to implement it, try it out, and see if it works for you, right? You have to back test it, you have to forward test it, but whatever you resonate with, I would say, put some time, work in, try it out, and go from there. But I don't think you should get discouraged because you're trying to force a way of trading when you're not seeing things that way. Yo, Method ICT Trader, bro, what's up? Like from me. Thank you, my man. What do you do? Hold on, before I start answering questions, let me look at price. I guess I'll speak my mind out. What I'm looking for now is nothing yet. Let's see. The 4 hour will close. So if the 1 hour, so in about 14 minutes, once the hourly closes, if we close above that last swing high, and then we come back, retrace into that order block, and hold that 15-minute fair value gap. So I'm just putting things together, right? I want confluences in multiple time frames, but I want to be aligned with the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour isn't going to close. So there's nothing there. The only thing we have here is the hourly order block, which again is that last down candle before the up move. Let's do order block and 15-minute. We'll see how that holds. So yeah, just kind of looking, waiting to see how the hourly closes, honestly. So just waiting. So I saw this question. What do you do when you, here, let's drag this over here for now. That way I'm not looking to the side. So what do you do when your strategy stops working or doesn't give you a setup for 3 weeks? I was green, simple strategy, filled with confidence now for the last 5 days, and I'm back to the doom. Is don't change a thing, right? Get back to review, see what you're doing wrong, but don't try to change strategies when something isn't working, because you're going to go through periods when every single strategy is going to go through losing streaks. And you have to be willing to accept that that comes with the game, right? The game we signed up for is a probabilistic game that is the nature of the game, right? We're going to lose, and we're going to be in drawdown for prolonged periods of time from time to time. No strategy is going to be at all-time highs every single time. And I think for me, I kept strategy hopping because I wanted the strategy that would keep me at all-time highs every single time, and that's non-existent. This man really gonna make me put my PC to rock him. I didn't see what he was talking about, bro. But thank you for taking care of that, my guy. Who are we getting on? What did I miss? Oh, okay, crypto spam. Damn it, Jake. It's Timmy from Idaho. Damn it, to profit back to lifting. What up, gang? What up, Andic? Finally, great content at a time where I can watch. Amazing, brother. That's Jake's overall goal, is to have it to where no matter what your life circumstance is, you can tune in at some point. Welcome home, brother. Oscar, my man, that's the one name, and maybe because your name is bright orange, but I keep seeing you time and time again, which is appreciate it. Yes, I'm a former mastermind student of Rakes. I took mastermind it's almost 2 years ago, I think, or 2 years ago, or it might be over actually. Exactly, brother. No such thing as a perfect strategy. Having a proven system, understanding win rate and R to R, and repeating that system is key to profitability. Perfectly said, my guy. Fuck. There's no edge, no matter who the guru is. No edge will win 100% of the time. I don't know. There's a lot of people out there kind of misleading the trading community, and I think it's not a good thing, because people that actually want to take it serious and take it on as a career get discouraged, and yeah, I don't think it's a good thing. You were in 7? Amazing. Hell yeah. Nice to have you here, bro. Yeah, I was just breaking down price and how I'm not really interested right now, but I am waiting on this hourly close that's going to close in the next 10 minutes to see if we can get some sort of pullback. If we do get a pullback, I'm looking to give it a shot. But here, let's erase this. The targets are up above. That swing high is a target of mine, and the 4-hour gap fill here is a target of mine as well. Man, this is crazy. Look at this. Crazy displacive action that has yet to really pull back, honestly. So hopefully I get to see some sort of downward action or consolidation so I can really capitalize on it. This is good. 30-minute is looking good. 15-minute, we have a fair value gap here. Yeah, we'll see. And if we continue to the upside, I'm okay with missing it. That's the thing. I don't get FOMO because I know tomorrow AM I can catch a banger, and yeah, I don't care about missing anything, honestly. I actually quite like it. I like watching price and I guess anticipating where price is headed, and actually I take that back. I don't like that. I hate it, but I don't mind it is what I'm getting at. Man, that 50, I know, bro. I'm still confident. I'm still confident. There's still room. There's still room to, man, if actually another daily candle when I lose. Uh, oh shoot. Another daily candle, like literally the last 3 daily candles have been, and oh man, actually, yeah, I take that back. It's looking bad. Heads up could easily get a pop up to like 30 40 here in short order if the bid comes in on SPX. Hell yeah, we'll see if it does on NQ. You sweating yet? Me, nah, I'm chilling. Looks like I might actually hit on this gold long. Jake's indicator works pretty well. Bro, those levels are, one thing about those levels that Jake uses and that he teaches are, they're insanely accurate. It's crazy. Like they do work. Yesterday's W. Bro, yes, yeah. I kind of wish we had yesterday's price action today so I could be locked in and capitalize on those longs, but there's 365 more days that, will bring ample amount of opportunity. You called this. Mitch called it on his live. That's crazy. That's good. Best levels in the world, bro. They're insanely accurate. No, you wouldn't. Actually, the indicator might work to where you can have extended hours on, but I know to math those levels, he uses extended hours off. Yeah, ES is going for those highs. Another trade idea could be once ES takes out those highs and we get some sort of confirmation reversal back into the range, that could be a potential setup. But we have to take out these highs here. Let's set an alert so we don't miss it. Erase that. Tanboys.com 360. Omar Ashraf is back. This NQ pressure is crazy. I know, bro. I don't think people realize that this isn't normal price action. And by normal, I mean it's not usual. Compare this side of the screen versus this side, right? I think if you capitalize on this, it's amazing. But again, this week I haven't really been on screens that much, just given the whole preparation for this Project 365. But I'm not mad. If I can capitalize on this, I know I can capitalize on this again once we start consolidating or pulling back. Could you see a massive bearish move in the next few days once we take out those highs? Honestly, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Like I go moment by moment, and if we take out those highs and displace to the downside, I then trade the reaction. I'm a reactionary trader. I don't try to anticipate. I can't sit here and tell you, okay, once we take out those highs, we're gonna dump, right? Because I genuinely don't know. I think what I do know is that there's highs at those levels, and we're gonna get one of two reactions, which is keep going higher or dump lower, and whatever happens, I will trade the reaction, right? can you explain more on how you use the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind, and how it impacted your trading? Bro, that book, it gets a little deep on like the mental side of just human beings in general. But one thing that I'll tell you this: if you're heavily if you're heavily into manifesting and getting what you want out of life, read that book. Read that book. Every single friend of mine that I've have given interest in reading, I always point them towards that book. Read that book. Read the one thing to learn how to implement things, and read the Almanac of Naval Ravikant to figure out what industry you're gonna go after. And I'm figuring out that most of you on here is gonna be trading, so you got that out the way. But it's still a good read regardless. But if you, yeah, it's a manifesting book, and bro, it's amazing. I probably read that book, I think 2.5 times. How's that possible, right? But last time I just skimmed through it. But yeah, the stammer guy, that's the answer, bro. I think manifesting is the main principle of that book. Alex, where's the all-timer highs don't get taken? I'm assuming you asked what if all-time highs don't get taken? Oh yeah, all-time. What if, same answer, like I don't really care. I'm just here to trade the reaction. I'm looking at it thinking, oh, okay, everyone wants all-time high. What's the likelihood? Exactly. Within 10 points and fail. Exactly, bro. I'm thinking about most traders, right? Most traders are seeing this. Again, anything can happen, but this is just my logic as to why I think we're going to have a pullback. Most traders are looking at this and thinking, buy alongs, the GME saga, the AMC stuff. When the news when it was headlines, it's too late, right? So that's exactly kind of what I'm thinking here, right? It's overextended. We're due for a pullback. If not, I'm not saying we're going to dump, but we're due for a pullback anytime soon. I don't know if we're going to take out highs and then pull back or such, but this is a unusual type of move to the upside. I've seen this story, bro. Exactly same. Yeah, trust me, I've been there. How long do you usually take to pass an eval, or do you still trade prop? Or do you still trade? So an eval, for me, I just kind of, for most of them that have consistency rules, I try to pass them in 2 days, right? So get to that 1500 mark on 50Ks as quick as possible. And if I don't get there, then it essentially fails. But similar to how Jake treats it, but for new traders, I would advise you kind of take your time with it and treat it as a real account. Maybe instead of risking 700, 800 bucks, maybe risk 300. But I do think you should be a little bit more aggressive than once you actually get funded. But like Jake again, preaches over and over again, is stick to one way. However way you're going to trade those accounts, stick to it. Don't switch it morning by morning. Bruce Wayne, the name of the book is The Power of the Subconscious Mind. It's a tough read, but it's well worth it. And I don't think you should listen to the audiobook. I think you should actually get the book and read it. Again, here, just waiting on a pullback, see if we get it. Something like that. Don't you blow things up? Do you blow things up? Blow things up like accounts? Yeah, I blow accounts. Yeah, exactly. By Joseph Murphy Wright. Yeah, I've been heard of it before. Yeah, bro, it's an amazing read. You're shorting at 239. You're shorting at 239. Sheesh. It's valid, but I'm more interested in longs myself. Trump era markets, bro. Bro, tell me about it. I struggled the month of February, and I mean, look at price action February. from here. That's February. Then we got some sort of direction, and now we're cleared and not bearish. The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy is the one that Lomeli was talking about. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That book's amazing. AMD, literally accumulation, manipulation, distribution. It's funny. That's the very first trading book I read was under that principle, the accumulation, manipulation, distribution. That's exactly what's kind of happening. We accumulate, distribute, manipulate, and then distribute. Again, every single edge is the same exact thing. It's just how you look at it. The market is always right. What time is it? 12:03. So the hourly candle closed. What I would be looking for if I do take anything is a pullback. A pullback. We'll see if we get it, but I doubt we would, given the strength. I think a better trade idea would be if ES takes out these highs on the daily that we just mentioned, we get some sort of pullback back into the range, and we take it on NQ. But yeah, just waiting for now. Again, it's probably looking like a cash day, but whenever I do save that, something ends up popping up. So just just waiting for now. Just order the book. Hell yeah, Trader Chick. It's an amazing read. Man, if I were just to flip the camera and show you guys the books, there's a handful of books that are amazing. The Power of Three, literally, the Power of Three, bro. Kind of sounds like a Mind Valley training I took. Meditation and manifestation. Yeah, yeah. It explains how the mind works. Like, the mind is such a powerful tool that I didn't really understand the extent of how amazing it was until I read that. All in longs? Nah. For now, yes. I think we're gonna take out those highs and then go from there. But yeah, it's hard to catch any of this, right? For me, at least, the way I trade, because I'm more of a potential higher low type of trader. So I want to see us. If I were to enter long in this, I would like to enter somewhere around here, right? So I'm waiting for something similar to happen to either play the downside or the continuation to the upside. You conquer your mind, you conquered your life. Exactly, bro. Everything stems from the mind, both the good and the bad. Let's see. Let's mess around with some. Or were you looking to trade in that first pullback? No, actually, no. I wasn't looking to trade. I was actually more bearish during that time. Just looking for a pullback into deeper in the range, but this is how we were looking. Literally just to catch this move. We had divergence at the highs inside a bearish fair value gap, respecting that last green up candle before the down move, right? The 5 minute. This is how the 5 minute was looking, but looking to go break even somewhere here. So I was in quickly to break even and then targeting the lows. That's what I was looking for. But clearly we don't want to do that. We need a pullback for entry. Yes. or at least how I trade. I know there's like hyper scalper type of setups, traders like this, like this is like a buy setup that people take. And I mean, shoot, it's amazing. This is a setup. Actually, I won't speak on him, but this is a buy setup that Jake teaches, right? Which is the break past the last 5-minute bar, enter, stop at the low. Those trades are good, but for me, I want to see more structured build. I want to see more us pull back into the range, get to my area of interest, right? Area of interest, whatever that is, and then get some sort of market structure shift to the upside on the smaller time frames. Enter, stop, go break even somewhere in midpoint of that down leg and target the highs. That's my trading style. And if we're at the highs, right, and we just took out a very important structural level, and I'm waiting for price to tap into an area of interest, I would then look for a reversal setup back into that area, right? So, but for now, it's kind of difficult to just enter anything now. I mean, based off of this chart here on the 5-minute, ever since stream started. Let's see, where's that horizontal vertical line? Vertical. Yeah, ever since stream started, we've just been completely displacing higher. Man, I'm in the zone. I can. Okay, you were looking for a deeper pullback because of 50 of the leg was further down. Yeah. Yes. So I was looking. Wait. You were looking for a deeper pullback because 50% of that leg was for Oscar. For which one? This trade here, or the one I was going to take earlier, or this one? The 1 minute looks like a straight pattern. Let's see. Bro, this is what, when you first sign up to trading, this is what people think trading is. I can take a long for you guys, so it will pull back for us. Straight pattern for the chat. For Lomeli, let's do it. Take some longs if you guys want. But just know that's a very degen move. Guys, let's get those. Thank you, brother. Thanks for reminding me. Again, banners up here. Code RT on most prop firms. Let's get it. Alt V for vertical line. Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Alt V, Alt H. Huh. I need to get better at Alt. You said Alt hotkeys, Alt H. Cool. It's nice and easy. Mamba trades. No, I trade full time. I have all day to look at charts. Why are we endlessly pumping? It's again, it's just the market conditions we're in right now. It's not normal for markets to do this, and I think it's for people watching that are new to trading. I don't think you should take this action as, you know, it happens not that often. Probably happens every other month where we get displaced clean moves, and then the rest of the moves are ranging. So yeah, this week apart from not really trading, that's part of the reason why I didn't really capitalize much of this up leg. But a quick tip that I would say is when prices are trending, you want to catch potential higher lows, right? You want to get in those areas of potential higher lows. Oops. And most of the time, right? Markets are ranging, right? With a certain bias. So within that range, you want to be playing the range extremes. And I think where most people mess up is that it breaks out, they try to catch the long, boom, they get screwed. Comes back into the range, boom, boom, boom. Boom, breakout, boom, nope, back into the range. And it happens on every single time frame. And I think that you need to understand context. Context and price is what people are missing. Yeah, holy man. Micro pullbacks. I'm still in long from the Victoria Camino. That's amazing. If you caught longs from the open, just imagine catching longs from Monday morning or even Sunday open. That's absurd. That's crazy. Yeah, good for you, Victoria. We are pumping because Trump said the war is over. Harmless and is opened by the U.S. Yeah, so we got those headlines and it's weird though. Yeah, I'm in shorts 329, previous heavy support on daily. You're short at 329. Huge props on the insane day. Yeah, that's amazing. If you caught a 300-point move on NQ is crazy. I caught longs from last year's open move stops to agree. Huh? Caught longs from last year's open moving stops to BE. What? I caught longs from last year's open. Last year's open. Yeah, I'm not even gonna look at it. Yeah, if you whatever you caught, it sounds like a big move. Oh man, yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I thought you were serious, but I wasn't. I didn't even know how to look for that. How do you even look for that? Last year's open, which would be down here. Man, that's funny. Yeah, I didn't read the room properly. Fine, getting red on the 5-minute. Are we? Small little pullback. I still think we're gonna take out these highs first. I don't chat. Do not be shorting this at all right now. This is not shorting conditions. Come on, Lomeli. No, it sounded like a genuine thing. I thought you might have threw a typo in there or something. I thought I was reading it wrong, to be honest. Man, this is amazing. This is great. I could keep yapping about trading psychology, trading books, life. This is dope. I like it. What a month, what a week, what a day. Exactly. Exactly. And it all stemmed from the monthly fair value gap, which was down here. Once we tapped into that, boom, we displaced higher. Week to week. The one thing I regret not doing is buying call options in that area. I did that back in April of what month was it? I forgot when I made a video on it. It's April of 2025, I believe. Down here, I bought call options on SPY, and they paid pretty nice. I made a video on it. It's on my timeline somewhere. If you go on my Instagram, Lomeli Trades. But again, I wish I would have bought more during that time. Like anything, honestly, if it works, you're always kicking yourself in the foot for not buying much or more. I'm all in shorts. No, bro, do not short. I mean, I can see a pullback short, but do not take anything short in this area, or at least to hold for a while. DGen, how did you get introduced? Bro, it's funny. I was working a job at a warehouse, and a cousin of mine got in, or asked me if they were hiring. I said yes. So boom, we had literally all day, 8 hours to talk, right? We were working next to each other. He talked about getting a course. He got it. I went through, long story short is I wanted to get into trading, right? I wanted to make money. Took the course. Since then, that's all I've really done, trading. I've bounced back and forth from different things, like I think anyone does, which is like, your e-commerce, your drop shipping, your wholesaling. I tried ATM business. I tried everything, literally everything, and I always resorted back to trading. That was in 2019 when I first got introduced to it, and then 2020 was when I first started a live account with TD Ameritrade. I was trading penny stocks at the time. So I went from penny stocks to options to, penny stocks to equities to options. And and then trading different names on options, of course, and then trading 5 names on options, which was your Tesla, NVIDIA, AMD, SPY, QQ. And then I went to just SPY and then SPY QQ, and then I went to futures. So that's over the last couple of years. My story and how it came to be. Yeah, I was just trying to make money. I think like everyone does, or how everyone gets into trading is you want to make money. And for me, I'm naturally more of an introvert when I'm in around people. So I always resorted back to just being in my room, right? And it's counterintuitive because I want to do social media, right? Or I'm doing social media, but I'm naturally introverted. So yeah, at the time I was trying to do wholesaling, and yeah, I hated it. And I was trying to start a business. I was trying to do it all. And then I read the book, The One Thing, which is stick to one thing and just see it through. And well, honestly, oh man, someone's still a cap. Man, I don't know if you guys seen that video where LeBron talking about the book he read, and I don't know, it's like a meme going on where he's always lying, but it's funny. It's funny I got that comment. I do the same, bro. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, every trader has a similar story, which is they want to make money, they try certain things, and then trading is what they resort to. And a lot of them are introverts at nature. Penny stocks to your best Wolf of Wall Street impression. Kireno Wolf. Best Wolf of Wall Street impression. Huh. I'm horrible with accents, but all I can really think of is that's all I can really think of. Shit, that was cringy. You have a Lambo yet or nah? Hell nah. Not yet, but I do. Actually, I do. I have a green SVJ. That's the Lambo for you. What do you think about options versus futures? I think as a beginner trader, everyone should stay away from options. Options will, especially when emotions are in play, options will kill you. They will drain you because of theta time decay. Time decay is, at least in my opinion, every time I try to trade options, it never worked in the beginning. Actually, I take that back. I think if you're a beginner, do not touch options. I think, especially now with the new PDT rule that came out. And if you do, start very small, right? You don't need much, $1,000. Penny stocks is where I started to make my first big trade off of. Yeah, penny stocks. Yeah, I started with, it's funny because the first live trade I took, actually I take that back. It was like this weird broker I used back in 2019. It was like, I forgot the name. It was like Stock Trader. I forgot, but I started there, then Robinhood. But the real actual trade where I made them, where at the time it was a lot, I made like in real capital. I didn't know about prop firms back then. In real capital, I think I made like $700 on a it was a 1K account that I set up on TD Ameritrade. I was up like $700 on a penny stock that went from like $1 to honestly I forgot, it was like $6-7. And yeah, I was like, man, I made it. But yeah, then it just went south the next day. What's the new? I haven't done much research on it, but I saw a couple of trading influencers post about it, which is that the PDT rule is going down from 25,000 to 2,000. Again, don't quote me on that. It's just, I've done no research, but I did see a lot of big traders talk about it. Yeah, I think if you're a beginner, trading futures, excuse me, trading futures is the way to go. You don't have to worry about the Greeks, right? Which is gamma, theta, vega, delta. It's been a minute since I've traded options, but yeah, theta is what kills you, because to make money as a beginner, you have to get a move. I mean, you don't have to, right? It depends on there's a lot more moving variables. You have to select the right strike price, right? You have to be, if you're trading closer to expiration, you have to be deeper in the money as selecting. And if you're trading further out expirations, you can, get some wiggle room with that. So it's a lot of different variables that derive you away from price. And as a beginner, I think price action should be the main focus, right? I don't think you should add more variables to your trading, as it is already complicated. William, that's when I started. Bro, yeah, it's amazing. And then shortly after I started, the whole AMC stuff happened, and yeah, it kind of went a little bit more mainstream. My girlfriend was trading penny stocks for like 5 years and struggled. I put her on futures and she's killing it. I got 2 payouts already. Got to be close to eligible. Man, that's amazing, brother. Hell yeah. I've always tried to get my girlfriend into trading, but nope, can't do it. She's just as stubborn as me, so teaching her was a headache. But yeah, it's not for everyone. But that's amazing though. You guys are trading together. She's crushing it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still a degenerate 1 year in, but I'm getting better. Bro, I think part of becoming a trader is being a degenerate. You have to feel what it's like doing irrational decision. You're like, step back, you're like, what did I just do? But yeah, guys, I'm looking at price here. 1230 almost. It's looking like it doesn't want to pull back. It's looking like it just wants to trade higher to take out that high. So I'm not looking for longs. We'll see. Typically PM session, I'll be done like at, quite honestly, around this time. If I wasn't streaming, I'd just walk away and call it a day. No trades for PM, but we're still here watching, seeing how we react off that swing high on the daily level, which is just literally that swing high will be very telling. But I mean, man, this is crazy buying pressure. If only trading was this easy, man. If trading was like this daily, I'd just buy the open. I'm still a degenerate. Even just trading equities is good for beginners plus futures. Yeah, I think if I were to advise anyone that's getting started, is literally buy a small 50K funded account with futures and limit your amount of accounts that you buy a month. And so long you can manage your bankrolls, just be strict on that. Be like, I'm not spending more than $200 on prop firms this month, and gonna learn. If I blow them, then I would reset next month, right? Having some sort of structure like that, but actually practicing and seeing it through. kind of success have you had with prop firms, bro? How many payouts, what prop firms do you like, etc. So I trade all of last year. Last year was my biggest year. The last quarter of last year, I had a great quarter, and I've used my personal broker, which is AMP. I've used TraderVate. I use Robinhood, but I also use TopStep. I use Lucid. I've used Apex. I've used what else? Those are my main ones, and I know I'm missing a couple. Let me see. That's about it. But yeah, yeah. Throughout those firms, I've gone through stages where I copy link everything, and then I trade account per account, and then I trade different ways. And last year was like the first year where I truly got into prop firms, meaning that I truly try to maximize it. And but yeah, as of now, just trading on TopStep, Lucid, and my personal, and yeah, personal AMP and Robinhood. But Robinhood is more for swing plays on options if they present themselves. It's more of a side thing that I do. But I think prop firms that people should focus on are props with no trailing drawdown and we just took out the high. Prop firms with no trailing drawdown, and that's about it, honestly. And I would say no consistency rule for payouts. If you can just do those two things, because I've noticed myself and people around me that trade prop firms is that are just getting into it. Like friends of mine, it's always I made the money, but I need to make X amount more because of the consistency rule. So it's happened to multiple of my friends where I just kind of learned that consistency rule for props is a big thing, especially in the beginning. Degens assemble. Choosing wrong strider explains why I switched to futures from options. I hated being right in direction. Bro, literally, bro, there'd be times where I was right. I kid you not. There was the 1 week that kind of did it for me was I was right on every play, but it was, what was it called? It was a certain week. It's like OPEX week or something. But for some reason, the options were, I was looking at VIX options were completely out of whack. And yeah, it threw everything to where I started looking more into, I was like, yeah, I need to stick to equities and futures. And yeah, but yeah, options are cool though. Now I really like them, but in the beginning they can be a headache. Yeah, I can't trade this. Yeah, so we took out that high. We'll see how we react. We'll see if we have time for some sort of entry, but I don't like this. Honestly, I'm not gonna force anything for stream, and that's the thing that you guys have to be okay with is like I'm willing to stop and actually trade when there's something present, but when there's nothing, then I'm not going to take anything. Sure, I can sit on here and press on evals, but what benefit is that going to do for you and me? Choosing wrong strike is why I switch to futures. Yep, my girl does not want to do anything to do with trading. Yeah, I think my girl realized she didn't want anything to do with trading when she had just woken up. I stepped outside and I threw my phone on the wall outside my house. And yeah, bad day. But since then, she's like, I do not want to be like that. That's the worst thing I've done, by the way. It's just breaking my phone. Yeah, my girl does not. We all had our degen moments. I don't trade BA. I don't trade BA. Bro, BA back in the day was, I remember that specific options, like how they would move, they would be extremely wicky. And the options would move amazing, but yeah. For me, I remember getting effed by Zoom. Zoom did me horrible. It was I take that back. Shopify was my biggest loss to date on a real live account. I was depressed for like a week. We should have gone long. We should have long, yeah. For the nostalgia, honestly. Don't like TPT. I just haven't, explored it, I guess. I took an eval once, I failed it, and I just haven't went back to it. And but yeah, the goal this year is to really scale and push it. So we'll see. I'll look more into it. Yeah, just any prop firm with no trailing drawdown and no consistency rule is what I would stick with. My Kieran Wolf, my trading style is not like Jake's. I took his approach of keeping it simple, which is just following trend, and I use fair value gaps, order blocks, equilibrium of the range, which is simply just a Fibonacci tool, and just highs and lows. That's literally all I trade, and I look at trend. I try to catch potential higher lows and potential lower highs in price. And the reason I'm not taking these potential higher lows is because I want to see more of a pullback before I try to take anything, which is probably, yeah, it's just not my trading style. I was going to say it's probably not the smartest thing. I should probably be scalping these, but it's not my trading style. So I'm not taking anything. I'm not pushing anything. Yeah, exactly, Oscar. Thank you, brother. How much did I lose? It was a live account that I had built up. So I forgot what month it was, but I think, or not what month, what year. I remember the month. It was January going into February of, I think, either 2021 or 2022. But that account I had built up from I think it was 2 or 3,000 up to like 12 or 13,000, and essentially blew it all in one play, just averaging down on Shopify. Or averaging down. So I made the money, but I lost it. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? That's funny, man. Yep, it was options on BA. Wrong 12. Hi, Pookie. Ronnie. Multi-time frame analysis. You need to understand that whenever let's do this. Say this is the hourly time frame. Whenever the hourly is pulling back, the 5-minute will be like this, or a 15-minute will be like this. All right, that's that. So understanding context, most people were trying to say, for example, short this because they're like, oh, the 15 minutes downtrending, we must go lower. When in reality, here at that area is where, I'm looking for that long, because in context, right, we are technically trending on the hourly. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. So it's just understanding context and how to read price, and essentially kind of how Oscar was saying, multi-time frame analysis, and using every time frame in conjunction, right? Every time frame tells a story, and it's your job to read that story and understand what the next move is, right? You don't need to know. This is another thing, like from Mark Douglas, what I learned was you don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money, right? That's the number one thing that I took from him was it doesn't matter what price needs to do. All you need to know have an idea of is what you have to have a slight idea of where price is headed to next to make money. That's all edge is. Don't overcomplicate anything. But yeah, this is crazy. Any of you guys catch this, by the way? Since stream started? On average, how many points are you? It depends on the trade. So yesterday's trade, for example, that we, again, to preface, I didn't take this, but we called it out on stream. What's today? Today's Wednesday, correct? Yeah, Tuesday. So yesterday's trade was an amazing trade. Let's see how much I risked, or I would have risked. So it was a tight stop, 11 points, but it can range up to, say, 30, 40 points. Depends on the market volatility, the move we had. So I don't really go based off of points. I go based off of just structure points, right? The structure point on this is the swing low on the 1 minute, right? It's in my area of interest. So, and I was break even at this high. That's all I really care about. So I just do the math every single time. I'll pop up my calculator. 11. This is literally what I'll do. If I'm risking, say, $300 per account, I'll do 300 divided by 22, and I'll get 13. So I'll get 13, and that's how much I execute on per account. Let's go. Appreciate it. So you'd look for a pullback to CE of a 5 minute. It depends on the, it depends on price, right? Like today, or let's go, today's a bad example because we really haven't had any pullback ever since. I mean, I guess we have like small 5 minute pullback bars, but what my bread and butter is more so like yesterday's price action, which was, again, I'll walk you guys through it again. Which was, I'm not always looking for equilibrium, right? Here at this, yesterday I mentioned this, I was like, you shouldn't be shorting this, right? Although I do want us to go lower, I'm not gonna trade this to the downside. So I'm open to see price. I wanna see price show me its hand. So yesterday what we marked out, literally, if you go back and watch, it was that fair value gap, that swing low, 15-minute swing low got taken, which is literally like a failure to go lower in Jake's terms. And then we retraced back into premium of the down leg, which is above that 50%, right? So now that last down minute candle is an order block, right? I marked out the high, the open and the close, and then that's equilibrium. If we're bullish, at this point, my mind goes to, okay, I want to see a potential higher low in that area. So long we hold that area, my bias stays intact. I would go break even here again. Why? Because it's a gap on the 5 minute that I would not want to see us reverse back from if I was correct on bias. And on the 1 minute, just wait for an inverse of this fair value gap, or a market structure shift essentially on the 1 minute, which we got right here. Boom. And I have this indicator that I use on it too that helps you mark it too. I didn't mark it here, but it's not always accurate, but it's free on the TradingView site. This, and I think I mentioned I would have taken off at least half here at 2.5R, the rest at high of day. Once I take off at the 2.5R, I'd move to break even. And if I wasn't too confident on the upside, I would take it all off here. That's exactly kind of what I would look for in price every single day. It's just more of a wave. This is, I mean, look at the 1 minute. This isn't, yeah. Here's the thing, like I see potential setups, but for me, I would much rather wait, sit out, and just come back tomorrow and take a trade that I'm comfortable with and I know has worked time and time again. Do I short oil again? I've been scalping this up a bit, but that high is scaring me now. Same. I don't know. Similar to, okay, this is nice actually. Let's see. We took out that high that we mentioned and we reacted off of it. This is good. Okay, let's lock in for a minute. Let me lock in for a minute. So if I go quiet for a second, don't mind me. Let me delete these. One hour. I'm just looking to see what price, where price could head to. So I'm in my mind, I'm marking out the swing low, swing high, EQ, or sorry, not EQ, premium discount. We just took out an important swing high on ES, right? So we would mark the same, I would mark the same things. Essentially, I'm doing what I would do real time if I was interested in a potential short, just voicing out my thoughts here. And then discount here would be that gap, this discount. So I would mark it as PD, discount PD area. So if price aligns here to the downside, if we get some sort of market structure shift, I would look to target that. It's a gap. We're still bullish, but on the smaller time frames, I'd want to see us get a market structure shift up here. Why? Because ES has taken out an important swing high on the daily here. Yeah, 15-minute. Once we close below that last up candle, for me, that would be, or this, once we close below that down candle, that would be for me a change in state, which is essentially a market structure shift, the 5-minute. So we'll see if all the 5-minute did was just take out that low just to trade back higher, or essentially a failure to go lower, or we actually want to trade back lower. Let's see on ES. ES, the discount, swing low. We'll just play it safe and play that 5-minute wick. Discount PD. Boom, I'll delete that now. And yeah, just simply wait, honestly. NQ showing a little bit more relative strength against ES. If you see that low here that was taken on ES is holding nicely. So showing a little bit more of a relative strength over NQ. Or sorry, over ES, but so yeah, ES held those lows. Yeah, for now, just watching, but this is the mindset that I go on once I start looking for a potential trade. Is we took out an area of interest. I would anticipate us to trade back lower. Now, if we get some sort, if the smaller time frames confirm that, right, which is the 15-minute, the 5-minute, then I would go on the 1-minute and look for some sort of pocket or entry. But again, it's 12:45. You more than likely probably won't, but yeah, I don't advise you doing that if it's 12, trading the last 30 minutes of close essentially. Let's see questions. Someone, some heroes rake 5 and it ain't me. I think I said 50. I don't know if you agreed on it, but I'm still in the game, chat. Like the highs we bet on was high of all-time highs by next Friday, so I'm still in the game. But it ain't looking too good though. But yeah, I'm still in the game. Someone, okay. Yeah, literally Oscar, bro. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Oscar, you're amazing, brother. Appreciate it. Up 8. Damn. Mark is up 8K on the day. I did grab 200 points off MNQ and 30 on. I mean, that's amazing, brother. Whoever capitalized on this move today, yesterday and Monday, and even Sundays, all you had to do was buy the open. Is anyone here? Victoria from Mastermind 6 or 7. Taking out some sauce incoming, literally. And you guys will get more of my thought process as more trades present themselves, as setups start happening. I'll call it out. I'll walk you guys through exactly what I'm doing. And it'll be like exactly what I'm doing, just me voicing out my ideas, right? I'm literally doing exactly what I'm doing, just literally voicing out what I'm thinking. And if I go quiet, it's because I'm locking in. Adam, Mastermind 7, hell yeah, been crushing. The name of the indicator is, so the indicators I use are kill zone and pivots, the ICT ones, and they look like this. I literally have here. What I'll show you guys if you guys want to screenshot the settings. I'll do this and just have those settings. and it marks out prior day's high and low, or at least what I like, and overnight sessions, highs and lows. It's nice, clean, prior day high. We have prior week high. Very clean, very subtle, not much on the charts. Then the other one is CISD, NEO. I just have it like that. And that's honestly the only ones I really use. Honestly, yeah, those are the only two. The main one that I really have on all the time is the ICT kill zones and pivots, which I think a lot of people have. We tapped into that small fair value gap here and showing no signs of reversal. Literally. What's the name of the guy? Let him cook now. Yeah, let him cook. It's going back up. Yeah, it's looking like it has no. Yeah, it's looking. Yeah, this is amazing price action to just be in something and just holding it. Or holding. Imagine holding 0DTE calls the last couple of days. Crazy. I missed the mastermind days, but I love applying what I learned watching the Project 365. Man, love it, love it, Victoria. I've been enjoying it. Every single other person on Project 365 I've been on, even at nighttime when I should be in bed, I popped it up for a bit. That could get dangerous, honestly. Just continue if you're actually. Can't imagine if I was first getting into trading. I remember I would, when I first got into trading, I would DoorDash quite often, and this was like during COVID or a little bit after, during COVID time actually, and can't imagine having this and just listening to every different trading styles throughout the whole day. It's sick. Coming in at 350 pullback. Yeah, imbalance is coming in at 3:50 p.m. Yeah, I agree. I think, but we'll see. Oops. This is crazy. Why I had different NQ prices? My NQ all-time high is your NQ, unless it's my settings, but it might be. He's asking why his prices are different. Yours is at 399. 399. Huh. Oh, it's this way because I have my B adjust for contract changes. So if you hit adjust for contract changes, it adjusts for the rollover periods for futures. Try that out and see if it works. Yeah, oh, thank you, Ron. I need to see that B adjust applied on the bottom right. That'll do it. I'm using as a new opportunity to lock in. I've been stuck in breaking the face here for a while, so using this to hopefully get over the hump. Great, thanks for that. Set up your game, Oscar. We got it, Lomeli. Hell yeah. Type 1 letter at a time, but fast. Guys, I need to pay out. Wrong. You in the sauna right now, bro? I need to get that, honestly. I've been meaning to get a at-home sauna, but I love it. I canceled my gym membership that had a sauna, and so I had 2 gym memberships. I canceled one with the sauna just because it was a little bit further of a drive, but I effing miss it. Back in tomorrow. Hell yeah. How often do you do it, Wrong? This has been a great, man. I'm truly, genuinely grateful that you guys have stayed in here and watched. I can keep on talking about this all day if I really had the opportunity, but we only have 2 hours here. And whenever, again, I want to just, I guess as time is coming up, I want to preface by saying, whenever there's a trade setup, I will be locked in and you guys will see the whole thought process behind it. But days like today where nothing is aligning to my liking, Again, I could press on evals, I can do all that thing, but again, what's that going to benefit me or you? I rather just answer questions, talk, and yeah, but there'll be another trade, another day will come and go from there. Can't escape the sauna jokes. 5 times a week. Yeah, that's amazing. I would do it about 3 to 4 times, but I would do it at a gym, and I just had a membership at that gym just because they had a sauna. The closest one to my house is like 8-9 minutes, and that one unfortunately doesn't have one. Project 365, LOL. It's infrared with red light. Yeah, that's amazing. That's exactly what I want. How much time do you spend in sauna? I do like 15-minute sessions, and I think the temp is like 1. I might be mistaken. Might be completely wrong. I think it's like 180 degrees, 180 Fahrenheit. I might be tripping though. 160. Okay. Stick to your rules. That's what I need to see. All depends on how I feel. Yeah, I'm not looking to take anything. But someone said, I saw someone talk about describing the trade you just joined. These videos, I described it, I think 3 times already. It'll be recorded, so it'll be posted soon as the live ends. You can come back and watch it. I think I explained it in the beginning of the video as to what I was looking for, and then towards like literally a couple minutes ago again. And yesterday I walked you guys through a similar trade that me and Jake spotted on live, worked out for 5R. Didn't execute on it, but we called it out and it played out. So feel fucking love hot. Yeah, literally. Hot tub saunas, bro. That's where it's at. That's what it maxes out at. I usually do 8. Yeah, okay. That I thought I was tripping. Yeah, the one at the gym is about 180, 185. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, Efren. All good, bro. It doesn't depend on what you used to. It does depend. Yeah, I know. The first time I got in that sauna, it's funny because if you go on these hot saunas consistently, they will for the first couple of days, at least for me, come out of there all dizzy and you just feel weird. But then a week goes by and your body gets accustomed to it, and yeah, it's nice. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy, crazy price action. I hope you guys don't really think this is normal price action. Literally since the stream started, I don't think we've had any. Every 15-minute candle has been green. Let me see if I remember. Control V, was it? Or Alt V? There you go. Thank you, Oscar, bro. Control V. Every 15-minute candle has been green since stream started. So, and I trade off of the 15-minute, 5 minutes. So this is not really for me, for my trading style, it's not really a good trading environment. Bro, lock in now. Thanks, Christian, for your time and patience. Cash is also a position. Bro, exactly, bro. Ben, cash is a position, right? The best position you could possibly have, because that's when you're most clear-headed. You're in a great spot. You're just observing price and seeing where it wants to go. All you can really do is control your execution, right? But thank you, brother. Thank you, Ben, and hope to see you tomorrow. Should have just yeet an eval. Should I yeet an eval right now, the last 3 minutes? Just go long. I full ported everything, my live accounts and my bro. I hope you're joking. Wait, unless it worked out. If it worked out, you're fine. It was part of the plan. It's not a full port unless it works. If it doesn't, you definitely full ported. I have a friend who That was a joke, by the way. I have a friend who, after each sauna sesh, jumps in a, bro, yeah. Ice plunges are dope. I have one at the house, but it's just like those portable ones where you just add ice. I should definitely upgrade. Not chill. I know I'm joking. Oh hell yeah, you make 30 bands? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is looking like I'm gonna should I pull port an eval? Nah, bro, don't save that eval for tomorrow, and tomorrow is another day, another stream. You'll have more opportunities, and look at it in the next year's time span. Don't look at it as you gotta pass today, you gotta pass tomorrow. Yeah, let's get those likes up, and yeah, I mean, it's looking like it's coming around 1 p.m. I appreciate you guys for staying in this long. The total viewers of, I'm looking at the analytics, 1,200 viewers throughout the stream. Concurrent viewers, I'm assuming on watching now, are about 135. Amazing. I love you guys. Love you guys. I'm super grateful you guys are even watching me for this long. I promise you, if you guys tune in every single day for the 2 hours, you guys will leave with some sauce. You guys will leave with something that you guys can take on, even if it's not trading related, right? Mindset, psychology. I have an ample amount of tips and tricks that I personally use. And I'm, again, extremely grateful you guys are even watching me, right? Just a month ago, I was in my room just locked in on charts. And now again, grateful for the opportunity that I can do this and feel like I'm part of a community. And you guys are amazing. Again, thank you guys. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, Lomeli Trades. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time. And let's fucking go, man. Let's go. You have a great way of speaking. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Locked in. Let's see. I've always wanted to do this before all you guys leave. Let's do a LFG. LFG's in the chat. Come on, don't let me down. LFG's in the chat before we leave. It's 1 p.m. Let's go. Yes, sir. Actually, let me record this. LFG's in the chat. Yeah. Love you guys. Love you guys. About to end the stream. Thank you guys so much. Deuce. Yes, sir.